Welcome to On the Spectrum. I'm your host, Terry Matthews, and we have an interesting show for you today. We're going to be talking to Thomas Schill about Unipie. No, I'm not talking about your grandmother's warm-baked apple pie. I'm talking about an online dating site for those who are diagnosed with autism. This is certainly going to be interesting. And no, fellas or ladies, you don't have to join eHarmony. You can join me at Unipie with Thomas Schill. So Thomas, I'm so glad you're here today.
Thank you for having me.
This is an interesting subject for me. I can't even let you speak. I'm like, there's so many questions that I have, and I'm sure that our audience is going to have. So let me say this, kind of why did you even begin with creating an autism dating site?
So I was actually on and off dating sites for a few years. I actually met my wife on a dating site.
You did?
Yes.
It wasn't Unipie?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Being on these dating sites, I realized that there was like something missing from these sites. Like they want you to pay money, they want you to come on the site, but they didn't have anything really to help you out with dating. So I was like trying to figure out is there anything out there that has it? And I kept Googling, couldn't find anything. So I was like, all right, I could build my own dating site, but I'm gonna try to figure out what I could offer on the site. So one night I was watching the movie Hitch with Will Smith and Kevin James.
I love Will. Hey, Will. Hey, Ellen.
And Kevin James actually hired Will Smith to be his dating coach. And that's when I had the aha moment. I was like, I could build a dating site that has coaching. So I decided to build Unipie. And originally it was actually going to be for people, originally going to be for neurotypicals. But I decided to do it for people on the autism community after speaking to, after watching the documentary Autism in Love.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend checking it out. It follows around some people who are in relationships as well as those who are single, and it kind of shows how dating is really difficult for them.
Yeah, I've had a chance to talk to the producers of that show. It's an amazing way how they put that together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also speaking to a lady, Rebecca, who I met a few years prior when I used to do freelance web development, and I helped her with a website, and we stayed in contact and kept in touch. And I decided to, after speaking to her, to do it for the autism community, and I'm very glad I did.
So what have you found that you think, what's different about your site? Because obviously there's all these dating sites that are out there now, and sometimes there's so many scary stories about them. And then when you have someone, because there are all these myths that autistic people don't date or have relationships or whatever. So
Yeah.
one, I think it's helping with a lot of stereotypes. What are the challenges that you've seen with having the dating site?
So I feel like the challenge that I've seen with the dating site is just trying to get people to join and match up. But now we're growing rapidly. We have over 1,900 members signed up to the site. We just launched at the end of November, and we're just trying to spread awareness to people who have autism can date, and they deserve to find love like neurotypicals, and that there is people out there for them, that they just need to find them, and maybe they won't find them out at a bar, but maybe they'll find them on a dating site.
So what do you think are some of the benefits by finding that match on a dating site?
So it actually allows you to speak to them more instead of having to maybe you're shy, maybe you don't know really how to go on a date, you can join Unipie, and and you can join our coaching package, and it will help you with how to send the first message, give the best representation of yourself.
So I have to stop because I need to understand, where did Unipie come from? Is that related to autism?
It's a name. Actually, uni and pi is two different prefixes in Latin and Greek. Uni means to become one forever, and uni means to become one, and pi means forever. So I put them together. So it means to become one forever.
Oh my goodness, I absolutely love that. We
Thank
need
you
to
so
make
much.
sure we push that out.
Thank you
I
so
might
much.
have to put that on a t-shirt. So right now you have 1,900 members that are signed up.
Yes.
Okay, and Unipie can be used by anyone around the world, right? Or is it only based in the United States?
It's based worldwide, but right now we're just trying to target for America only. So, and then nationwide. We started off in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. Now we're gone nationwide.
So is anybody talking to you about what their stories are? Hey, I found love, now I'm getting married. It's always good to hear these match situations and how they work out.
So I've noticed with people on the site is they're very private about their personal life, but they do tell me that they're talking to people, that they find people who are interested in them, and they're talking back and forth, but that they've gone on dates, but they're very private about how things turn out and stuff.
So, you know, what's interesting to me when you go onto these dating sites, there's all of these things that you have to, you know, I believe characterize about yourself. Let me make that clear. I'm not on no dating sites. I'm married at the moment. But, you know, I think that all of the love stories that I've heard from my friends who have been on dating sites have been really good. But there's a lot of information that they have to share. Usually it's about their income or if they like dogs or cats or, you know, are these the same sorts of things that you would put in Unipie? And do you specify, hey, I have autism, I'm verbal, I'm nonverbal, or, you know, or none of that is said at all?
So like we ask like questions like such as like what's your what degree like you have, like you have a college degree or you have a high school degree, or and then like if you're working, you can put that if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. We also ask questions that kind of are like geared to the people on the community to kind of help us match with you. So like we might ask you like, would you rather go to a museum or a movie store, or go to a bar or a bookstore? And then like so like
a bar or a bookstore.
Yeah,
I love it.
So then it's like these questions kind of help us like determine like what level on the spectrum you are. So if you're outgoing and then you want to be with someone who's outgoing, you can join like we'll match with those people. Or if you're like quiet and reserved, then we'll help you get matched with people who are kind of more quiet and reserved, and like because kind of find that people who like are more high functioning, they want to be like out and like go on dates.
Social.
More social, yes.
Yeah. So for those of you who are listening, please be sure to continue to comment below, because these, you know, I'm sure I'm going to ask a lot of questions, but I know that a lot of people out there have different questions than what I have. And I think the biggest burning thing that I keep hearing was a friend of mine who was a lawyer, and he was dating a woman, and his challenges with the dating, he wasn't using a site. So hopefully you're watching this show, you'll be able to get on Unipie. And it was difficult because it was hard to explain to the neurotypical women he was dating that he didn't prefer kissing. So the neurotypical women always thought that he had an issue.
Yeah.
You know, he's not really interested in women, and he was interested in women. The challenge was he just didn't like kissing. It was a sensory issue for him.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to go on there and create a profile, what kind of questions, I hear you say, you know, do I like books and bars? Do I prefer, you know, social scenes or quiet scenes? You know, those are the types of questions that are asked in order for you to match me up or for me to match up with the right person.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And then like also too, we also have a video on our site as well, so like to help you with signing up. So like if you go on the register page on the site, it has like a video that says like need more help, and then we'll show you how to like fill out all the questions too.
That is so amazing. Now, what if I'm a person who might need a little bit more support with walking through? Do you have like an 800 number that people can call and reach out to get that sort of support?
So like we have coaching. The coaching goes over like multiple different topics. So like you can go to the dating support page, and then you can go to like.
Wait, there's a dating support page?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Wait a minute, everybody needs a dating support page these days.
Yeah.
Autism or not.
I know. Like people always ask me like, can their typical use their dating support page, because they always go like, everyone needs like love and like help with finding the right person and like, what to say on a date and stuff.
Right.
So like you go to the dating support page, and then you can do like a free 30-minute consultation where you'll speak with a coach, and then they'll tell you about like how this works. And then you can go over like, and then they'll tell you like the different topics that you can talk about, starting from like what about saying a date to like dating safely, because like dating safely is Unipie's number one priority for all our members, to like fill out your profile, what to send your message, and then like I like this person, what do I do next, or I want to be like more outgoing, and then find friends, what do I need to do?
So this site is really geared towards dating. I heard you mention safety, because safety is a big deal.
It is, yes.
How do you make sure that people aren't setting up profiles that potentially, you know, could be somebody that's fake or acting like they have autism?
Yeah. So obviously it's kind of hard for us to like legally ask, like legally you can't ask if you have autism or not, or like or to prove it or verify it. So like each time someone signs up to the site, I'll get a notification on my phone, and me or someone on my team will go through the person's profile to kind of vet them out. And then also too, like we started charging members last year, and like the reason why we did it is like to add it, like one of the reasons why we do is to add it like extra layer of security.
That's
and
right.
Like we noticed that people who are actually interested in finding love and messaging people, like they will actually, and who have autism, they're actually the ones that will actually end up paying for it.
So what would you say your site compared to others? I know we won't bash the other sites, but what do you think is the best about your site over the other sites?
I think we're like we're a site for the people, by the people. So like I was on a dating site before.
I like that.
Thank you.
You said for the people, by the people?
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Tommy. We're gonna find love on Unipie.
So I was on my dating sites before, and I saw that like there wasn't like they don't have resources. So we have like blogs that you can read, and they're free to read. You can go to the site and go to the blogs page. They'll help you like what to wear on a first date, how to keep conversations going, how to send a first message to like.
Wait. What to wear on a first date?
Yeah.
How to send a message?
Yeah.
Okay, and you said this is under that dating, fact, support, whatever?
It's on the blogs page on the site.
On the blogs page?
Yeah, and you don't have
You're
to have an account.
You're going to have a lot of neurotypical people on there, Thomas. You're going to have a lot of neurotypical people on there.
And then like we also have like a podcast that we launched called Loving Autism, where we have neurotypicals as well as those on the spectrum come on and speak about their relationships and their experiences with friendships as well, and give advice to our audience.
This is so awesome.
Thank you.
This just warms my heart because, again, the stereotypes that autistic individuals don't date. And it is easier. It takes the anxiety out of dating when you can kind of match up with people who are like you. Being neurotypical and, having to tell my husband on our first date, I might be a little crazy. That's not a difficult thing. It's easy to check a box and say that I'm crazy. But, it just takes a lot of anxiety out and it kind of sets the expectations. Is there anything that you would want our audience to know about Unipie?
Sure. So as I said before, like the pricing that we have for the site is very, very reasonable. Like we've seen that like dating sites like Match and eHarmony and like other ones start like $50 to $100 to $70 a month. So like our basic package is $10 a month, which allows you to like message members. You can be part of the forums of the community. So like maybe like you don't want to find love. Maybe you just want to find like a forum that will allow you to like meet people like friends and stuff who have something interested in you. You can do that as well. And then we also have a package for you can pay $70 for 6 months and you get an hour of coaching included in the package. Or you can pay $100 and you get access to the site for as long as you want. And you also get an hour of coaching with that as well. And then the coaching is like something that I would definitely highly recommend checking out. Like maybe like you just need like some guidance. Maybe like you just want to figure out like who you should date and like how you should go about dating, and like maybe just have questions, and like it's something that you can go to check out, or even if you just want to read our blogs, resources, that's another thing too.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. If I could pay $100 and eliminate $1 million worth of heartache, I would do it any day. Okay? So I think that for $100 to be able to have coaching, to help you walk through some of those things that could create levels of anxiety. I heard you mention events because that's also great.
Yeah.
Sometimes even just having a conversation, maybe I'm still not comfortable with going out on a date with you, but being able to be in a social setting, being able to be in an event until we can get to the point to where we're comfortable. I appreciate you sharing all this information with us today.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Before I let you go, I must let people know where they can find you on Unipie. So how do we get to you?
So you can go to we're actually the only dating site for people in the spectrum that has an app for iPhone and Android. So you can go to the app.
You got an app?
Yeah, so you can go to the Android store, the App Store, and.
So I got advice in my hand.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And even though I am already married, I could probably get my kids to look at the dating section. Like, you need to read this when dating in college.
Yeah. So like you can go to unipie.com, which is UNEEPI.com, or you can go to the App Store or Android store and search for Unipie as well.
Okay. And is there a cost for the application?
So for the Android or iPhone, you mean download?
Yes.
It's free to download.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for
I've
having
learned
me.
quite a bit of information, and I'm telling you, don't be surprised. You're going to have a lot of neurotypical people on here.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
So that's all the time we have on the spectrum. If you like this type of information and find out how you can sign up for Unipie, please log on to www.onthespectrum.tv, where you can subscribe to our show, download resources, get information about how you can become a member on this online dating site, as well as leave us any comments where we can help you find your groove in love. Thank you. See you next time on The Spectrum. So the coaching piece